welcome to the Experience Podcast. My name is Neil. I am a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. And in today's video, I want to get into a topic that's, I feel for myself, has been very beneficial. And before we do that, I want to thank you as a viewer for being here right now with your time and attention. Pay attention. Paying attention. When we pay attention, we are having a transaction. It's a transaction of energy. It's this thing where because you're paying attention, you no longer will ever have that attention back. So it's extremely important what you focus on, because what you focus on grows. And like where attention goes, energy flows. So be super attentive to what you put your attention to, and use your discernment when watching this video and any other video that you watch. And what is discernment, and how do you use discernment? Discernment is when you feel. It's when the information presented, or the way it's presented, or the frequency and the vibration of the words feel a certain way to you watching. And that's very important, because there's some information and lots of information that do not feel good to focus on. And also with that, there's a lot of super accurate information that doesn't necessarily feel good in the moment to focus on, but is very important and very truthful. So use your discernment, and I invite you to feel into your heart and come from a place within your heart rather than from within your mind. I welcome you in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. This video is your confirmation that everything will be as you have imagined it to be. So with this thing of, there's this thing where people are super busy, and I am one of those people. And so when we're super busy, we're thinking ahead about what we're going to be doing next, and there's very little time for reflection in a busy lifestyle. And reflection, so I brought this up recently to an older gentleman, and this older gentleman was, if I had to guess his age, I would say 60. And he was talking, actually he specifically wasn't talking, but a friend of his was talking about how he's a go-getter, and about how he just wants to work and he wants to get things done, which is amazing. And so I asked him, how can go-getters do more? And he didn't really know what to say, and then I answered my own question, and I suggested that the way go-getters can do more is by doing less. And how is that? Well, how go-getters can do more is by taking some time out from being so caught up in just doing, and become a human being, doing nothing, and nothing as in activities, and taking time to reflect on the things that you've done, taking time to see how that particular situation played out, how you can learn from that particular situation. And I basically suggested reflecting a little bit rather than doing. And he gave me sort of a stern look and raised an eyebrow, and he said this: reflecting is hard. It is, if you choose to believe that. And this was an older gentleman, so he's got a lot to reflect on. And for the short period of time that I've been here, I have a lot to reflect on. So I can only begin to imagine the experiences that are that he has in his memory. So, but point being, this reflection, this taking the time to, rather than doing, taking the time out and become a human being and reflect on what you've done, what you're doing currently, and then what's my next step to get to where I want to go. And right now, humanity has a lot of time to reflect, and even more so than maybe some people would like. So this thing of like doing, another aspect to that. So like let's say, rather than the reflecting is important, but if you're doing the same thing every single day, taking the time to reflect might illuminate that fact. But another solution is to become creative and begin to change what you do every single day, and change it in a way that it's more authentic to your inner being, and change it in a way that it is more genuine, more attractive. What am I talking about changing here? What I'm talking about changing is new daily habits and new daily disciplines. So every day you may wake up, and it's very likely that when you wake up you do the same thing that you did yesterday. Maybe turn the alarm clock off, you get out of bed, you might brush your teeth. So what I'm suggesting is, once you wake up, do something different. Do something more authentic to you. And because we all have 24 hours in one day, so how you use those 24 hours is what is going to determine your life outcome. And when you're doing the same thing day in and day out, you're on a treadmill. Why are you on a treadmill? You're on a treadmill because your feet are running and you're staying in the same spot. So I want my feet to run, and I want to move when I run. I want to have new scenery. I want to see different animals. I want to see a creek that I maybe haven't seen. And that is kind of what I really want to focus on right now, is this thing where we incorporate new daily habits, because with new daily habits can lead, and most likely will lead, to a different outcome. Whereas same habits, same outcome. New habits, new outcome. So, and then there's people like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to change. Okay, well, here's a suggestion. Change something. Get out of bed on the opposite side of the bed. Change up the way you drive to work. Change up minute details that they're new, and they'll have new outcomes. So there's this saying, do first and then get good at doing. That's by Jonathan England. And with that quote, it's this thing where, like, you don't know, you might know a general direction of where you want to go, and more than likely that general direction that you're going, you're going to miss that by about 5 million, could be more, give or take, miles, is how far you're going to miss that mark. But who do you become as you're going for that mark? Who is the entity who is the spiritual being, who is the essence of you that begins to become more illuminated, more authentic, and more real and genuine to you when you have a general direction and you begin to go that way, and you end up over here as a brand new spiritual being. So become effective first and work on efficiency next. And I really want to get into those words and present definitions. So effective, as in the Collins Dictionary, as an adjective, something that is effective, works well, and produces the results that were intended. So you begin to get results when you begin to become effective. And so there's that's the definitions of effective. Some synonyms of effective are efficient, successful, useful, active. But effective is something that works well and produces the results that were intended. So efficiency. What is the definition of efficiency? So this is from Investopedia, the definition. And the term efficiency can be defined as the ability to achieve an end goal with little to no waste, effort, or energy. Being efficient means you can achieve your results by putting the resources you have in the best way possible. But put simply, something is efficient if nothing is wasted and all processes are optimized. So in the beginning, you may begin to have results, and we change some like new habits because we want a new outcome, and some results begin to happen. But there's a lot of wasted effort, there's a lot of wasted time, there's a lot of wasted resources because you're not efficient yet. But there are results being created from taking that radical action, from changing some habits, because we all have habits, so we get to choose what habits that we choose. And then as you do these new habits, now you can begin to work on your efficiency and become super efficient with little to no wasted time, little to no wasted effort, and little to no wasted energy. And you become a well-oiled machine, incorporating these new habits for a desired outcome. And so that's kind of where I want to go, and where I want to leave with this video is take that first step and do first, and then get good at doing. And be and reflect, super important. But there's this thing also where we do first things first, and second things we don't even do at all. Because after the first thing's done, we have a new first thing. So find out what the first thing is for you and do it. Stay blessed, stay multi-dimensional, continue experiencing.